Welcome to the Magma Clubhouse, the weekly drawing hangout with the Magma community. We've been having a blast chatting and pushing pixels together with fellow artists and determined doodlers. Each week we pick a theme, a color palette, or maybe a fun background scene for the canvas that we invite you to fill with us. With past themes like Mermaid, Panda Power, Animal Skate Park, Star Wars and Spider-Man, it's been awesome to see what you create each time. All are welcome to join in, and if you want to invite your friends over, you can find all the details to share with them in the stream description below. We'll be getting started shortly, so top up your coffee mug and grab your drawing tablet. While you wait, be sure to subscribe so that you can be notified about future hangouts, including the Magma Classroom sessions. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Clubhouse. A weekend session this time, and our final one for the year. It's going to be a festive one, and I have some friends joining me this time around. We've got Anya, Alejandro, John Hardesty, all fellow Magma streamers. Great to have you guys here. Thank you very much for joining us. Excited for today's session. How you doing?
Good, doing good. Christmas is coming. I love it. I love this. I love the holidays like so much. It's like so fun, man. It's a blast.
Good stuff. This is my first time meeting Alejandro as well. Good to have you on the team, man. You had your first stream today, actually. Or was it yesterday?
It was yesterday. Anya was there. It was I liked it.
Okay.
It's very chill.
Yeah, I was waking up as the stream ended. So unfortunately, I missed that one. Yeah, but it looked like fun. I watched some of the replay this morning. Looked good. So those of you who are joining, you can look forward to more sessions in the new year. If you are tuning in on YouTube, you're welcome to come along and draw with us. You can find all the information in the stream description below. It's all there. You'll have to join the Magma Artspace first, and from there you can follow the next link, which will bring you to our Clubhouse canvas. And there are multiple canvases here that you can spread out into. If you feel like you're running out of space here, there's not room for you to spread your wings, you can move over to one of the other canvases down below. And let's see, before we jump in and I have a fat chat with all of you, I just want to show what happened last time on Wednesday. We had the theme Surfing Santa. Let's move my reference out of the way here.
That's good. That's good.
We had some fun. We had Anya over here coming out of the barrel there on a candy cane, which I really quite like. But this this Mrs. Claus with this hunk of a Santa on the board is awesome. I love this. Really good stuff.
That's good.
So it was a lot of fun. Andy, of course, bringing in little reptilian elements to our canvases, and we had another one as well. Now let's see if my canvas loads. Yeah, it loaded. Oh, cool! I didn't get to see what Nexus had brought in. This is awesome. Really nice.
That's awesome.
So people are having a blast here and stuff. So let's see what everyone does today. It's always awesome seeing what people put together for these themes. Often some unexpected stuff. So this is great. We've got in the house already Andy, Beer Frogger. I remember seeing you in the last stream as well. Troluminati, I haven't seen you around on a canvas in a little while. Welcome. If you're on Twitch, you will have to let me know that you want to join in, because I'll need to drop the links in manually over there. But if you're on YouTube, it's all there in the stream description. Now, let me get some music going and get to it. Well, you guys are already getting to it. It always takes me a little while. There we go. And figure out my multiple devices. That's nice and low.
Here's something I want to do every now and again. I want to like grab a community member and I want to like collab with them. So I'm wondering, Andy, are you cool if I start painting with you?
Let's see. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, John already put me on the spot there last time. Yeah, he says
Nice.
yes, and he says yes.
Yay. Okay. So I'm going to start painting under you. Okay. Just keep line arting.
That's true. Get the music's going. There we go. Now, always good to choose a color that is not the color of your background. Did not work.
This is true.
It's because I've set things up in a weird way where I'm actually not. I normally have my iPad as a second display, and then I reach over and just use the hotkeys on my laptop keyboard, and it changes everything for me. But now I've got it running separately, and I keep forgetting. So I'm reaching over to my keyboard trying to change settings.
Oh
and
yeah,
yeah. It's not working. There we go. Cool. So have you guys got some ideas already? Well, I suppose we've got some collab going on.
Mhm. I'm just letting Andy come up with the idea. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no, I was
Nice.
just gonna say I'm making Santa as like I wanted to make him like as a zombie, like he's had a hard Christmas and it's like I'm gonna do him as like a zombie if I can. I've got to leave it at like 11:45 my time, so I'm gonna try to bust it out, try to get it as far as I can. But that's what my goal is.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Who do we have here? There's another joiner.
That's like my shtick, I guess, is like ruining things, right? Like Anya, you kind of know me like fairly well. Like it's like taking something nice and like pleasant and making it bad. I guess that's my thing.
You've done quite a few
like,
Christmas portraits.
Yes.
Go for
Yeah.
it, Andy. So you were going to say Anya?
Yeah, I was like, speaking of that, he's joining us for Paint-a-thon later today, and I was trying to figure out like where do I put this guy? I can't any kind of a serious piece. We can't let him do the idea.
That's right.
No, I have surprises for you. I don't want to ruin it.
Okay, perfect.
I want you to come in and have no idea what you're doing. That will make the best result, I think.
That's my favorite. Like when I go to restaurants, I tell them just to bring me stuff. Like that's what I say. I just bring me stuff, and they always look at me like it's the same thing every time. They're like, for real? Like they're like, what do you like? And I'm like, well, these are the things I can't have. Like I'll tell them like, I can't have like cream sauce or I can't have this. I'm like, I like it, but I can't have it. But I always say, anything in that realm, I'm like, you're good. And they don't believe me ever. They're always like, I'm going to bring you something, you're not going to like it. And I'm like, no, just bring it. Then they bring it and I usually like it. So it's usually good too. Like, so, surprise me, Anya. I like it. I like that.
Cool. Cool. It's going to be
That's
fun.
a good approach.
Yeah.
Why is this?
Oh, okay. Here's the prompt. I just got word straight from the comp. They're doing the theme is like warm and cozy.
Warm and cozy. Okay. Nice.
So naturally, we're gonna make something about ice.
Right. And igloos are.
Yeah.
They're warm and cozy.
Has anyone ever been in an igloo?
No, but I hear they are.
I've made a few.
It's true. I'm saying they're warm and cozy, and I've never been.
Yeah,
I've never been
you
one.
mentioned it.
Yeah, I've made a few.
As a kid, I made a tiny igloo, like one I could get in. Like in Michigan, I used to pile the snow up, but nothing beyond that.
Oh man. Yeah. they are warm. Like when you get in there, they are like super warm.
Oh yeah, Anya, you're in the land of ice and snow. You got to school us on that.
Yeah, like, and I swear my husband's probably at home giggling his butt off because he's always making jokes to my son, like, "Mommy lives in an igloo." Right. But so now he's at home going, "Ha ha!" Now mommy has to explain. So
awesome.
yeah, that like I mean, it's not hard to make an igloo. Come on.
I like how you're saying like igloo too. Like you're not saying igloo, you're saying igloo.
That's how it's pronounced. Thank you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying I like it. Like it sounds more authentic. Like she's like, dummy. That's how. I love it.
You know, I like to give you attitude though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, that's my like.
Yeah.
I actually said the other day to someone, like my love language is like abuse. Like I'm like, you know, like I just like when people are like tough and mean and like sassy and like I love that. So yeah, so there you go. So be tough. It's fine. I'm drawn to like really like crotchety people for some reason. For real, like I don't know. It's kind of like the mouse pulling the thorn out of the you know, the lion's paw. I kind of feel like that when I meet like a really cranky person. I'm like, ooh, how can I like make them actually like their life a little more, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem to have that ability to just go and talk to people without with no inhibitions, which is
yeah, that's
I have a lot of respect for.
Well, it's funny, dude, because like in high school, I remember like I never wanted to get drunk ever. Like I never thought like that whole side of things. Like people would be like, "We're going out like later this, you know, this evening, like to do that," and I was always like, to me, like I said, okay, why do you guys do this? I was like, because you spend a lot of money. I was like, you feel awful the next day and this and that. They were like, man, they said, it's like you'll go up and talk to anybody and you lose your inhibitions and you have like this and this. And I was like, guys, I was like, that is like my day to day. I was like, this is not selling it. I was like, that's my day to day. You know, I was like, I don't have inhibitions. I was like, I'll talk to whoever, you know, so it's fine. So I never felt the urge to you know, to do it, but it was funny, you know. But yeah, that's because I'm a weirdo that way. I'll just go up and talk to anybody.
Andy says as well, never drinks, just high on life.
That's right. That's right.
Gotta say, I did enjoy the Glühwein though at the winter markets in Germany recently with the rest of the Magma team. It works well for the season.
Oh, that's right.
Jolly warm drink. Really,
oh
really
yeah,
nice.
like, and I mean, I like that's why I like Guinness is like one of my favorites, because Guinness is like, it's like eating a loaf of bread. Like you can't really, like, it's kind of hard to overdo Guinness, you know. Actually, I think if I'm right, the guy who created Guinness created it so that people couldn't get drunk off it. I think that was the goal.
Really?
Yeah, I think if I remember right, like he wanted to create something that people couldn't get drunk off. So it's like a dense like beer. So like and you know, you kind of have one and you're like, yeah, that's enough. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure there's someone out there that's tried, but I don't know if it was probably ended well, you know. It's like having a loaf of bread or something. It's a lot, you know. Now listen, if I gotta go, like somebody needs to take this over. So Anya, you can take it over and finish up the zombie if I'm gone, okay?
I'll just bounce around and I'll be like, you know, there's only like one person in the family who like eats the leftovers of everybody. Like,
yeah, that's me. That's me. That's right.
I guess.
That's me. I'm a total garbage disposal, 100%. I actually like
I see.
I actually like Pip, my youngest, she's 7, and I won't take as much food because I know I'm like, she's not gonna eat it all. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wait for her. I'm just gonna wait for her to.
That's cute.
She's always as big. Like all my kids, like they they're like, oh, they take a huge portion, and then they're like, and then I'm like, you're never gonna eat that, and they're like, yes, I will. I'm super hungry, and then they never like they have bigger eyes than stomachs, I think, but all my kids do.
I think it's a stage. Like you just have to learn, because that happened to me too growing up. Like I think that happens to everybody.
Okay.
You just gotta learn.
I like can always meet the challenge. Like I always, whatever I put on my plate, it's like it's done. Like it's done. So, so I don't really know what that feels like to not be able to eat it.
My husband's the same way, same exact way.
I can down it.
Were you a pretty scrawny kid at school, John?
No. Like I don't think so. I mean, I was kind of like in between. I mean, I was tall, but I don't think I was scrawny. Actually, people used to think like they used to be intimidated by me, which I always found interesting because like I really couldn't like I was not I didn't know what like I wouldn't be able to fight. Like I got in a couple of fights. I remember I hit one guy in the stomach hard when I was a kid, and I thought that was great. And then he got up and like totally split my eye open. Like he was like, "Oh, okay, I guess we're fighting." And he's like,
Whoa.
"Wham!" And like that was the end of the fight there. And I'm like crying, and and so it's funny. So like I don't know why people were intimidated with me, but I don't think I was a scrawny. I think I have the appearance of being like bigger or maybe tougher than I actually am. I don't know, which kind of works out to my benefit, I guess. But so
you have the high ground.
Yeah, the high ground. That's right. And my son is the opposite, man. Like he's an absolute killer. Like he's really like could really. I mean, he spars with adults all the time, but kids just think he's a pushover. Like when they see him, like he gets like picked on all the time, and he's doing nothing. Like he just sits there, and he's getting picked on, and like one kid even tried to kick him, and like like at the bus stop, he's like, "I'm gonna kick you," and Sam's like, "What?" And he's like. And Sam's like, all right, well, if you're gonna try it. So the kid kicked it, so he checked it, and like a Muay Thai check, and the kid, like, oh man, the kid dropped. He was like, I'm like, he's a killer. Like the kids, but everybody picks on him, and they're always like, you're short, and you're this, and he's always like, okay, it's funny, it's really funny.
Nice.
He's the opposite of me.
Weird.
People thought I could fight, I couldn't, but he's the sleeper, the sleeper one,
No, the reason I asked was just with the meeting the food challenge and the high metabolism possibly.
Yeah.
I think I also get referred to as the garbage disposal in my family. So
Yes.
just gifted with good metabolism, and I'm like pretty wiry fella. So I don't know if it's just like a common trait among the skinny types that you could just eat like just can eat a
I think
horse
it is
in your
true.
store.
I think there's something to that for sure. There's definitely something to that. I think so.
Alejandro, does your family have any sort of Christmas traditions? Do you guys celebrate? Any fun things that you guys do?
No, I think my son was like, I want decorations, because there was no decorations, so we put up decorations. But I don't really celebrate any of the holidays. I mean, I celebrate them, for my son, but I'm not really into it. He's 6, so
Okay,
like
I
everything
see.
is new to him. So that's exciting to get it, see it through his eyes.
Yeah, for sure. It was really exciting for kids seeing that. Not really a big celebrator at all. We keep our family things like really small, which is perfect for me. I don't like these big family gatherings. It was feel a bit chaotic to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can imagine for like kids, then you get to like see the cousins that you've hardly seen all year or whatever. If you have family around, it can be quite fun.
I think when it gets to the point where it becomes, it's like, oh, this is one more thing that you have to do on top of everything else. You're not really enjoying the holiday. And it's just like, the holiday should be about the holiday, not about everything else. Not about the things. It should be about the principle of the idea of the holiday.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like, so it's like, oh no, let's do Christmas tree and all this stuff. Like, okay, whatever you want, buddy.
It's magic when you're that age. Like,
It's magic
just
to me
is.
now, Anya. It's magic to me now.
so, oh my goodness. So my family took out the Christmas tree, and it had this big bag over it, and it was wrapped up, and they brought it out into the living room, and apparently my son ran away from it Like he was scared of the Christmas tree.
Why is the Christmas tree in the body
4 and
bag?
a half.
That's
And he
awesome.
was like, nope.
He was
So
like-
my husband told him it was a robot.
And that made it feel better?
Nope.
I was gonna say that would make me feel better if be like that. Look at that
No,
scary
no.
robot. That's like awful.
No,
That's
he's
awesome.
just funny that way. Like it's just hilarious.
Awesome.
Because I'm too soft. Like I'm like, oh, poor David. You know, let me. Oh, it's not a robot. It's a tree. It's okay. It's gonna be filled with lights. But my
Right,
husband's
right.
like, yeah, it's a robot. It's gonna come kill you.
I love it. I love it. That's my style too. That's totally my style too.
It feels like that Calvin and Hobbes cartoon where you guys have you read that, where Calvin doesn't want to eat his dinner and his mom is like, it's not spaghetti, it's like radioactive lasagna, and then he
That's
starts to
right.
eat it, and then the dad is like, it's not spaghetti. It's just like
That's right. That's right. My son loves, like, he reads Calvin and Hobbes all the time. I introduced it to him, and man, he's in love with it. Like which is cool to see. Like, it's cool to see, like, full circle, like it, you know. I gave it to him. I was like, oh, cool, you know. Those are so good.
It's so
man.
good.
They're so good.
Mm. Yeah. It's out.
Was there a documentary done on that guy? Because I remember, like, he didn't really come out of, like, he was like agoraphobic or something, wasn't he?
I don't know if he was agoraphobic, but he's kind of like Steve Ditko, the co-creator of Spider-Man, or like Alan Moore. Some creators are just really good at creating, but they have no interest in being involved in the public aspect of their creations.
Kind of like that. It makes me like him a little bit more, you know. Like that. It's nice. It's nice to see somebody that just, like, you know, is just like, I love doing this. Like, you know, like, that's great. You know,
Yeah,
not interested in all that other crap.
you just want to create.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, there was a documentary, Dear Dr. Watterson.
Oh, what's
So
it called?
back of the wall. Dear Dr. Watterson.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, I gotta look that up.
Yeah, an exploration of Calvin and Hobbes.
Nice. That's awesome.
Are you guys reading any comics or graphic novels currently? Worth noting? Do you have time for such things?
Are you reading anything?
No,
No.
I'm not. Just
I'm reading
passage.
something. So I'm reading
Oh, yeah?
Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. So good.
Okay.
What's that about?
It's Yumi, like Yumi, and the Nightmare Painter.
Oh.
Yumi is a person. This is kind of hard to explain, but it's essentially they live in a different solar system, and they're on 2 different planets, and they each have their own like magic system and world building, and they interact and like they kind of they don't body swap, but they kind of like visit each other's world in their dreams, and it's actually real. Like they can interact with stuff in the other person's world, and there's like in the guy's world, there's these shadows that become actual monsters that attack people. And so the guy has to like go set up an easel and start painting the monster as something else, and it becomes something else and is completely neutralized. This is so cool.
That's
Awesome.
pretty cool.
Sorry, I'm going on a rant, but it's really cool.
No, I love that.
I love those kind of books. Like I'm thinking I'm entering a competition soon, an art competition where it's about the Cosmere, which is a series of books by Brandon Sanderson. Yumi and the Nightmare Painter is one of those such books, and I'm really thinking like to make an illustration based off of it because it's just crazy. The ideas in this book are insane. But yeah, I digress.
Have you done something like that before, illustrating the pages or something from a book specifically?
Yes. I actually have an illustration that's on the fan wiki for the Cosmere. It's an illustration of one of the like super evil ladies from the Stormlight Archive, like book 1, 2, and 3 or something. And they put it on their wiki, which was really cool. It was like a long time ago, but yeah, my goal is to like make more of those things. It's fun.
That's very cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah. long tangent. Sorry.
I'm not reading any graphic novels, but you know what I'm doing? You know the famous artist school. You know those old like the old illustrators from the early 1900s had it was like a mail-in like class. Like you could mail in your work and they'd send you back a critique like that. So it was like, I guess it would be like the equivalent of like online learning, but like back then, you know. And they have like a cartooning book that they did, and so it's not quite a graphic novel, but it's like exploring a lot of those like concepts and how they do it stuff. It's really cool actually, and the information is super good, like really really good, like very solid, and I'm loving that. That's been fun. I've been reading through that. I'm like, man, I got to do some of these like studies and stuff that they're suggesting. I'm like, this is great. It's really cool.
That sounds cool.
How are you finding time to do that? Because you've just taken on a big project as well, Jonathan.
Yeah, I get up at like 4:30 and then I go to bed at like 10. And I've kind of like I've realized like I don't really like I killed your what's somebody saying? I killed your family. Oh, I see. I was like, oh, he's making that Santa saying that. I was like, okay. I was like, whoa. I was like, this is getting dark real fast. I was like, it's like a serial killer note. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, they're here. I can see them. Like, that was hilarious. No, totally. That's funny. Yeah, this guy is.
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
He's like, you better watch out. You better.
Oof.
I'm trying not to make like I want it to be
second.
anatomically like somewhat correct, but I want it to not as well. I want it to be like the face is like distorted and weird, you know. I want it to be a little bit of both. Oh, funny. But yeah, I just like I've kind of trimmed everything else. I've trimmed everything else, and I kind of do that. I find like I've it's nice having my kids here, like so I can work at times when I wouldn't normally be able to work because I'm with them all day and stuff. They're here. They do remote school and stuff, so I'm with them all day, which is awesome. And like, so we, you know, whenever I do like an art related thing, like Lightbox or whatever, I take them with me, and like, so that affords me the ability to then, you know, like even like last night I was working out a pipeline for like just this animation thing, like trying to work out a pipeline. So I was working on that till like 10 or 11, but I was like popping in and out, you know, for like a half an hour here. I'd go out and, you know, hang with them, and you know, like, you know, we'd talk about Christmas or do some stuff, and then I'd pop back in, and you know, and so I love that. Like that aspect is nice. Like having them here, I don't have to worry, you know, because I mean, if I'm at an office, it's totally different, right? You're just not seeing them. Like you're not seeing them. Like you have to. It's tougher, I think.
Yeah. Is it the same for you guys, Anya and Alejandro, with your kids there? Like they're always around, quite involved in their everyday, all-day activities.
I'll go first.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Anya.
Oh. All right. Well, yeah, that's the goal. Like the goal is to really work from home. Like I'm more interested in contract jobs that I can do remotely for that exact reason. Like I want to homeschool my child. I mean, we've already been schooling him for multiple years now. He's so bright. But yeah, for me to be at home, be able to, especially like because I'm a wife, and like I don't know, like there's a lot of things that come with that as well, and being home is an advantage to me because I can just very easily just, hey, let me just do the entire household's laundry, like while I'm in between all of that stuff, you know, let me just make sure that my kid's doing well in such and such subject, like go see. And there's so much flexibility to that. It's good. It's good. That's what would make me happy. I can schedule my own time. I can do it from home, and I can be there for my family.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome, yeah.
And still have time to attend just about every stream that like possibly happens with Magma.
Yeah. What about you, Alejandro?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So I went to when I went to school at Art Center, I had to be away from my son for a few years. So I'd live in Pasadena, and I'd go to school, and then I'd come back during like the summer, during winter break. So I graduated last year. And it's been really nice that I could just be here all day, kind of freelancing, picking up work here and there. But it's really important to me that no matter what I do, no matter what career I have, that I always make time for my son, because I know that he's 6, so I already missed like 3 years of his life, more or less. I wasn't always there. So it's really important to me that I find a career, that I can build a career that revolves around, building value somewhere and doing something, but always being available to my son when he needs me, because that time is, Jonathan knows, John, you get a few kids, like that time is fleeting.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's funny, man. Like when I ask people for advice, it's exactly what you're saying. Like I ask people for advice, like, and I was like, what, when I was having Sam, my first kid, I was like, what's your advice for me? And it's exactly what you're saying, Alejandro, where like everybody was like, it goes so fast. Don't everybody said that. Like, that's what everybody said, like 50 people. And I kept asking people, because I was like, this is really interesting. Like everyone was like, go so fast, enjoy it. It goes so fast, enjoy it. And I was like, whoa. I mean, it was so much was said like that. So I was like, okay. So I kind of constructed things around just like you did. Well, I mean, and you probably had a tough 2 years or whatever it was, but now you've traded it for being there all the time, which is actually awesome. Like so it is tough, like to go through that, but now it's like you've set it up in a way where you've constructed it based on your priorities, which is them, which is awesome, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Really cool. It's great for me to hear that too, because a lot of people don't set up their priorities that way. Like they really don't. Like I remember my dad being there like all the time, like at home and stuff, and me being able to run in and ask him like ridiculous questions. Like kids in the neighborhood would ask me like if they wanted to know something that was like that they were learning in sex ed or whatever, and they didn't understand what it was. They're like, go ask your dad, John. Like I know he'll tell you or whatever. So I'd run in and interrupt his work and like ask him, and then he would tell me, and like it was like really, I remember, but it's like good times, man. Like I interrupted him so much. I know I did. And my kids interrupt me, and like I wouldn't have it any other way, So that's the way to do it. That's the best. They've given me inspiration too, like a lot of like kind of what I've started liking and started wanting to do, or like it's come from like conversations with them or being involved with them, and like, man, there's just so much that like, because if I heard a musician one time saying they were touring so much that they couldn't write their new album because they had nothing of life to write about, because they were just in a hotel room all day.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. It's true. Like if you think about it, like it makes sense, right? And so kids, I think, family, like everybody looks at them a lot of times, or at least people discuss it a lot of times, like it's a time suck, like a time waste. Like when are you gonna, they take you away from work, right? Like they don't, but I think they inform. Especially if you're an artist, you're a storyteller. So if you're a storyteller, like there is nothing better, nothing more meaningful, like than spending time with your kids, and like, going across the world is one thing, but when you have to help, a child understand the world, and you get to discover them, and you're like, man, I mean, talk about informing your artistic stance and your viewpoint, and giving you something to write about or make. I mean, gosh, like it's the important stuff too. Like, so then you have something to say.
You're so inspiring.
Yeah. It is inspiring, John.
Well, it's based off what Alejandro was saying. He's doing it. That's the amazing thing. That's what I'm saying. That's inspiring to me to hear you like valuing that too, man. Like it's like, okay, awesome. So I mean, don't listen.
I just mean the kids. The kids are the inspiring.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, listen.
Yeah.
Like, I say all that,
yeah.
Listen. Well, even me saying this too. Like, I say all that, and then like 5 minutes after the stream is over, like my kid will do something. I'll be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, or I'll say something. That's what'll happen. Like, so it's not even like,
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were saying that to me. I was like, sorry, that was like.
Well, I mean,
narcissistic.
I think everyone here is very inspiring. Like I'm very, very inspired by Andy right now. Look at this awesome thing that he's like drawn up, and I get to like help him paint. This is awesome.
We got Renya as well. Hello. We got some people joining in. Nice.
Fun.
Have any of you done drawings based on your kids' drawings?
I need to do that.
Oh,
I need to.
I'm gonna paste something in because Pip, my youngest,
Yes, do it.
I gotta
Do it,
paste
do
it
it.
in. Like it's real. It was so disturbing. It was so
Disturbing.
disturbing. Yeah, because she did her
What?
drawing and I had her describe it, what it was. And then I was like, okay, let me paint it like how she described it. It's really bad. It's so weird. But
That's a
Violet
funny
actually
thing,
helped me.
too.
Violet actually helped me. My second child. She helped me come up with an idea. It was actually a really cool idea for like a concept of like a creature or whatever. I was like, dang, that's really cool. I was like, that's awesome. So, okay, here, let me paste this. This is so bad. So her drawing is up on the upper side. You'll see it on here. Hold on. Let me see. Do I have? Let me save this as a. Let me try to save it because you guys are gonna crack up with this. So funny. Okay, here, wait, I've got it here. I think this is it. Let me see if I can drag this up. Sometimes, like with Magma, I mess everything up when I drag something into the, like I mess it up for some reason when I do it. But let's see if I can. There we go. Okay. Here, let me make it smaller.
Goodness.
You can see it, like, so that's her drawing in the upper right, and she described it to me, and then I put like that. She had him saying something like, I don't know what he was saying, because I was like, is he wearing shoes, or is he doing this, or is he?
It is disturbing.
Really funny. You got to try that. You got to try that sometime.
I think
It's
the
the
reason
best.
it's disturbing is because it's like a cartoon's child's drawing, but you rendered it realistically. So that's what makes it so just disturbing.
I had her ask me like what the hands would look like and what, like, and she was saying certain things. But then Violet said this. So Violet said that she came up with this character called the Nebulisk, and it's like this guy lives on another planet that's like made of smoke, and he has like translucent wing arms, and then he lands on his teeth, like it's like a low gravity thing, and he lands on his teeth or whatever. And I was like, what is this? So I said, I gotta make this. So I made that. I'll show you that one. I'm gonna make sure it's a small one. I don't know how big this is gonna be. I don't want to drag it on and have it be like humongous. Because it's not horrible. Let me bring it down. So you can see that one like in the corner. So she described it to me, like she said, well, the face is kind of like a bat and like this. So her idea was like he would float like on this planet, and then like it was real low gravity and would like dig up stuff with the curved teeth like underneath the ground, and like I was like, what is this? So, and she said it had fire on the inside and like all that, and jelly lips or whatever. I was like, okay. I was like, this is so weird. I was like, this is naturally she's my artist, she's my artist for sure. She's like that. So isn't that crazy? That's crazy, isn't it? Like I could never come up with that idea.
If you had a parent that was super artistic like that and could actually pull off what you were saying, you would kind of be like, okay, what can I throw at this person to really see if they can really do it? I think she was like kind of jerking your chain in that way of like, okay, let's see how far I can push this before he goes, nah, I can't draw that.
Oh no, she
it's nothing, like you can't.
No, she drew it. So here, I'll show you. That's her drawing down there. That was like the initial sketch I did. That's her drawing right there in the corner. So she drew it. She was working on an iPad. I was like, make a cool monster. Then so she did that. Yeah, crazy, right? Crazy.
That's brilliant.
Crazy. It's really fun though. Like you got to try to do that with your kids if you can. Like if anybody has kids, like try it. Like it's a blast, and it also actually is really good because it forces you to work with forms. Like you have an idea of what kind of forms you would use for like a certain kind of thing or whatever, and then they just blast it out of the water. They just do whatever they want to do, and it's like it's super fun. It's super fun. I love it.
So like what age did you give your children iPads to start working off?
Well, when they did remote school, like I think Violet started doing that in like 4th, 5th grade or something like that. So she was like 11 or 10, 9 or 10. So we would let them do it for school. So we'd let them use that for school and stuff, for that kind of a thing. Oh yeah, we kind of like put the crackdown on the devices, because like, man, I could just see like the dopamine hits, like when they you know what I mean, like when they would get it, they would just get like mad dopamine hits. Like I was like, okay, this is like crack,
Right.
you know, for kids. I was like, we gotta put some limitations on this, you know. But yeah, you know, I mean, everybody kind of does it different. But for us, like, we would let them do like a little bit on the weekend, like in the morning. Like, I kind of had like the Saturday morning thing from when I was like growing up. I thought that was fun, like watch shows, watch cartoons or whatever. But then during the week, we'd be like, no, that's for school and that's for this and stuff like that. So, yeah. So Violet's tried to sneak it once, I think. Like, and she was like, she was like not crafty enough. She left it in her bed, fell asleep, left it in her bed or whatever. We were like, what's this doing in your bed? And she's like watching some show or something, whatever. We were like, okay, you know.
Busted.
Yeah, she got busted. You know, and I was like, girl, I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but don't leave it in here. Like when you, you know, like if you're going to be a criminal, at least don't get caught, you know.
Have I taught you nothing?
I know, right? I know. Sam's my kid that would not get caught. He's the one he's real sneaky. Real sneaky.
This is your IRS child?
What's that? Say again.
Was he the IRS Halloween child?
Yes, that was Sam. Yes, that's him. That's right. He dressed up as the IRS Alejandro on Halloween. Yeah. So he was like, so when people would ask him, they'd say, because I actually had like an issue with the IRS too that I had to take. It was like a big, huge thing. So he must have taken inspiration from that, because we had to work out all this stupid stuff that was like, there was a company that wasn't reporting a long time ago that I did work for that wasn't reporting properly. And so they like basically like called me one day or got a hold of me. They were like, you owe like $8,000 or $10,000 more than what, you know. I was like, what? It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
No.
It ended up in court. Like the company ended up in court, and like this guy was stealing and stuff. It was all this crazy stuff. So anyways, long story short, like, yeah, it was crazy. But so Sam must have taken some inspiration from that. But he would go up and he'd be like, trick or treat, and they'd be like, what are you? And he's like, I'm the scariest thing ever. He's like, I'm an auditor from the IRS or something like that. I was like, he said, when he told me the idea, I was like, Sam, you're gonna get so much candy. I said, because people are gonna laugh and they're gonna give you extra. And then sure enough, they did. They did an extra.
That's great.
He just did a Christmas party with his friends, and he spent some of his money and stuff to buy a white suit. He bought a white suit off Amazon, and he showed up in like a white suit with a white tie and you know, I was like, this kid's hilarious, really funny. Gets the weird straight from us, I guess. But
yeah. I mean, he was adorable, wearing like a full Pikachu onesie and like a fedora. All of, what was it, like Friday of Lightbox Expo?
Oh yeah, he's like, he loves
super
onesies.
Cute.
He loves onesies like so much. Like he loves onesies. Like and that's the funny part. That's like, and see, because like he does Alejandro, he does MMA training too. He actually has a fight today. They're not allowed to punch to the head, but he's got like a Muay Thai fight today. But man, he hauls off on people's bodies. I feel bad for the, you know, like the other kid. I hope the kid's ready. But so he's really tough, right? That's what he does. Like that's what he loves to do and stuff like that. So he goes down to the bus stop or whatever with his friends to walk them down, and like kids are making fun of him for wearing the onesie and like all this stuff, and they don't know. I'm like, it's just, he doesn't care. I think it's given him a level of just like he just doesn't care what other people think about him. So he just does whatever he wants, and so he just walks down and he's like, I like onesies. They're warm. I don't like being cold, and I don't, you know. He's like, it's funny. So but I'm like, dude, you're just opening yourself up. He's like, oh, let him. That's fine. You know, let him try it, whatever. You know, so it's really funny. He's a weird kid. He's a weird kid. I love it.
No, that's great.
That's
I wish
impressive.
I was like that when I was a kid.
I gotta get going.
Yeah.
Guys. I gotta.
Oh, bye,
right.
Alejandro.
Sorry, Alejandro. You're quiet there. It's great to have you here. Okay. Cool. Thanks, guys. Good to
see, man. That
you
sketch is awesome. I love that.
Bye.
It's super fun.
Okay.
I gotta head out pretty soon. Anya, you ready to take this over? No?
That masterpiece. Like, what do you...
Masterpiece. Oh my gosh, this will make my mom be like, what? Like, John, what are you like? Why can't you just paint something nice? That's what my mom would say. Can't you just paint something nice? I'm like, Mom, I can't. I'm sorry, it's not in me. But the hilarious part is it's that side from her.
What is that texture? Chalky one? Like you've got this texture going?
What's that? Which one? Oh, on the beard?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like duplicating that breakup pattern for like the hair. Like I just did it really fast.
Oh, I know. I just want to know what brush.
Oh, what brush? Oh, it's you've got to dig into Magma more. You got to dig in and see all the brush sets and all the.
You mean I need to immediately look at something and know exactly what brush out of all the brushes?
No, I'm saying. Do you know about all the extra brushes over there? You know about all that?
Of course.
Okay, gotcha.
I just want to know which brush you use. So
that
I
see. I see what you're saying. I think it's the chalky. I think you're right. I think it's the chalky one.
Okay.
Chalky one. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. There's a disconnect with you today, and I'm like putting words in your mouth and being sorry. It's like the worst.
I didn't. Okay. I'm just gonna erase that.
I wasn't paying attention. What was going on? Bad messages?
Yeah. No. Let's
gotcha.
Let's not.
Yeah.
Let's not have what was written there.
Oh gosh. I was looking over. I've got you guys on a separate monitor, so I was looking over at the other monitor. Doing that. All right. Anya, I've got to head out too.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Pick it
up. I don't know what to do with this, but I'll try.
Pick up the mantle. So it's supposed to be like him carrying the bag over there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Let me do this one last thing. I want to make it so he needs to be zombie-ish. I'm going to do like another layer. I'm going to set it to like multiply, and let's do this. Yeah, that's what we need to do.
Oh, goodness. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's
get this looking, fairly zombie-ish like that.
I'm just
around his eyes. That's
just
cool.
putting a little reminder.
Okay.
For those who are joining on YouTube, if you guys want to join in, just check the stream description. I see a few extra numbers there. If you want to come along and paint with us, we're doing all things festive. Plenty of freedom here, so
festive in quotes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry.
The festive undead. That's welcome too.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna head out to Anya. Pick up the mantle. It's like at the Olympics. We're in the 400 relay, and so I need you to take that disturbing baton and just run with it, girl. Okay. And Ryan, get in there.
I'll give him some mascara.
I'll get in.
Yes, I love it. I love
some eyelashes.
All right, see you later.
See you guys. Take it easy. Have a good rest of the day. See you guys. Thanks.
Yeah, you too.
See you guys.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious. Why is my not working here? CBT, you think your Santa's very festive? I initially looked at this as like a no entry sign into a street, but I assume that's the white band on the thing. At least gonna have some small eyes peeking through there. I think there should be. Now I need to be fiddling with my settings, and things aren't behaving the way I need.
Oh, there we go. We have Andy has joined me on the sketch.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So yeah, there's that.
This is fun. It's fun.
I love collabs. I think it's great.
I'm very inexperienced with collabs, actually. I tend to just work in Magma by myself. I'm a lone ranger on Magma. Can you believe it? Yeah, we did.
We did. Dude, it's fine. It's fine. You did so good too. Like
it was me.
Don't you dare talk badly of yourself. No, I don't.
Just a little bit. We need a little bit of self-loathing in our practice, I think.
What was that?
Or at least I do.
think it's this. Is that the thing he was using? Nope, it's not. Dang it, I forgot to ask him about the second brush. Technical difficulties. I think he was using this. He might have been. No, that doesn't quite look right.
Where was it? But yeah, I forgot to put a live thing here to let people know that those who randomly stumble across our canvas, that we are live on the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm. Oh goodness, I am thinking of what to do with this. I want to work on this bloody area and make it look a little bit more like blood. Because I feel like he was just, like sketching this in. I can definitely work on that texture.
I forgot I wanted to tell Jonathan about going to the ossuary in just outside Prague, because we had spoken about it in one of our previous hangouts. Getting to see this cathedral of bones is quite something. Just a ridiculous amount of bones in there, and I was curious about like where do they source all these bones for essentially an art project like this? And I think a lot of them came from an outbreak of the plague in the area. A lot of the bones came from that. Ren, I was in Prague 2 weeks ago for the first time, visiting a friend and exploring, and having a jolly good time. It was a really, really beautiful city, especially with all the snow. I was quite lucky to get snow while I was there. Apparently, it's not very common these days in Prague. Or these days, I mean, these winters. Specify.
I wouldn't know. Like when I saw your posts, I was just like, it looked so pretty. I just assumed that was normal.
But that's what I had in my head of Prague, like it's a stereotypical, annoyingly beautiful city, and it's wonderful.
Oh my goodness, the photos that you posted, I was like, well, okay then, fine, make me jealous.
Gotta go. Ren, your grandma's from there?
Place, but
yeah. She visited you from Czech during the summer. Very cool. So have you visited Prague as well, or visited Czech Republic at all, Ren? Or have you just had your grandma coming in your direction? Yeah, I definitely want to go back. Like maybe in the spring or beginning of summer, get a different experience. I think those places that experience more dramatic changes in weather, very unlike my hometown. I always find it really interesting seeing them in those different seasons, because it's a completely different vibe. I think particularly in Europe, I think you have these festivals around the summertime, and the whole atmosphere changes. Yes, but I've always wanted to go.
I'm gonna droop his eye. I'm gonna droop Santa's eye, like right down. This is in the spirit of John's drawing, you know. I feel like this does justice. I'm gonna droop. Sorry, if you could. Sorry, Andy.
Do you want to hide the curses?
All right, I'll move somewhere else. No, it's just because, it's hard to work on the same spot, like the exact same spot at the same time. So I'll just move somewhere else.
Come back to it.
Yeah, I'll come back to it later. It's
all good. Shouldn't the so when you were hovering over the same spot, was the cursors not fading away? It's kind of bold the whole time?
yeah, but it's more than that. It's like when somebody else is painting, you don't necessarily like. I'm not looking over to see if his layer is above mine. So that that
yes,
would mean that my painting would be redundant. So whatever he was painting would be predominant. So I would be wasting my time, right? There's nothing wrong, by the way, Andy. You're fine. I'm not upset. We're just testing something. Like I think we're getting into talk about like Magma and the way that it works is like because you're multiple people on the same canvas. So let's say I'm painting this eye, and then what happened is like Andy will come, and he was actually like right where my cursor was, doing stuff, and that's cool. So if he was doing like this other section of the eye, or like just even like a centimeter left, that's fine, right? And it's even better like if you're communicating together. Let's say you're in Discord on a call or something, and you're talking about what you're doing at the same time and communicating about what we should be doing. Then it's fine. But because I can't actually live talk to him, we can't communicate about what we're doing. So if his cursor is right on mine, then there's like a disconnect. Like I don't know how to communicate.
You know what the plan is.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. So it's like, what's going on? It gets kind of confusing.
Right. Well, yeah, I suppose this is with
honestly, it was just kind of a confusing moment.
So in general, the fix there is that for those who don't know, we do have voice call functions in Magma. So hopefully it'll make that kind of thing a little easier when it happens to be able to coordinate and plan our pieces together. How does this work? I have no idea. I had no sense of shapes here. It'll be darker. Just figure it out as I go.
So you're making zombie Santa also into a reptile. You've got a reptile now. Because he's got scales now.
Oh no, that's my layer. Oh, there we go.
You know what? Like, that's perfect. That's just beyond perfect. Oh no! Somebody took over a layer. No, the layer that had the green on it is gone. Wait, hold on. No.
You talk about John's layer?
Yeah. Where's the green layer? Oh, it was back a few seconds ago. Hold on. What is going on? Okay, it's back now. I don't know. Did you do that?
Yeah, I had something disappear for a moment as well for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's all good. Okay, so I'm just gonna... So that would be like this. I'm trying to calculate like where the thumb would be on this hand. There's like no description there. So like, I guess that would be his left hand and it would be like this. So you would have like the thumb is kind of here. I'm trying to calculate what's going on. Okay, so you would have this here. And you would have this would come down. And then you would have these knuckles. I guess. course, we want to match the skin tone of the hand with the skin tone of the face. So it's going to have some big, beautiful greenish, purplish hands. Isn't that lovely?
Jasper Door asking how to join. Sorry, I only saw your message now. It's only been a couple of minutes. You can check the stream description below. There's a link to join the Magma Artspace. And then from there, you can follow the link to the canvas here. And you can go wild. Have some fun.
As long as it's within theme.
Yeah. Obviously, keep it on theme.
Yes. I mean, we're pretty flexible. If you can see, we've got a reptilian zombie Santa. Very fun. Very fun. So blood has this really interesting, like, orangish hue. Like, a lot of people, when they paint blood, they paint it very, like, red.
Quite red.
When in reality, it's actually, like, quite orange and rusted. So I'm going to go in and paint some blood effects, because I think it got lost in some here. So let me just preserve that idea. So we need like a dark. It is. There's like this dark saturated red, like very, very dark. But then the highlights in it are very often like orangish in hue. I love this like splattering of blood happening. Nice.
Sorry, I'm engaged in the chat here. Be busy.
No worries.
I need to find my layers. Find my layers. Just some normal water, please.
It's sparkling big one?
No, that's what I had before. Just normal water is good. Thank you. So with this talk of onesies, Anya, do you have a onesie? A Pokemon onesie,
No.
perhaps?
No. However, I do own many dresses, and one would, like to argue that dresses are a onesie.
Yeah, I suppose one.
You know how they say like hot
could say
dogs are
that.
tacos? Dresses are
Really?
onesies.
No, I've never heard that.
You know, like they're really just this food. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like it's just straight up true. Like a dress is technically a onesie, and some dresses you zip yourself up into them, which is the same as a onesie. But and for guys, it will normally give you that same feeling that a woman feels when she's feeling pretty. You can put on the onesie, it makes you happy, right? We put on a dress that makes us happy. Like it's the same sensation. So I would very much argue that that when men put on a onesie, they're putting on their equivalent of what feels like a dress. Because it's warm, it's comfy, it's nice.
Yeah.
And for us, it's comfy because it's like you're not wearing pants. Like wearing a dress is very freeing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, I would argue that is how that feels.
Nice. No, I've not tried a onesie. Don't dress as a man. Exactly. Could also do that. I don't think we'd look as good as women though in a dress. That's
Can
just my
confirm. Confirm. I I'm just gonna make this Santa look janky as heck. Look, he's looking towards his nostril.
Hey, Tiny Tiger, tuning in on
Poor guy.
YouTube. Welcome. You can come join us on the canvas if you want to. You don't have to just sit there and watch. You can come paint weird Christmassy things or whatever holiday you might choose to support or enjoy at this time of year. Yeah, you can do that. I will temporarily give you pasting permissions, and then you can bring in your drawing from another canvas, provided it is safe. I didn't outline the rules for a canvas general operations here in the clubhouse, because I hardly ever need to enforce them. So we just have nice people here like that.
Right? I think the people at the clubhouse are nice too.
Yeah. What's the question? Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. Give me a moment. Tiny Kun. Okay, you should be able to paste an image now. Spooky month. Spooky months are fun. We had some fun during the Halloween phase. Some of our drawing sessions. People shouting outside.
Oh.
Let's have a look. Tiny Kun, just let me know once you've pasted your image, then I'll. It's a good website. Wait. Oh, Spooky Month is a web thing. What is this? A web series?
I have no
I
idea.
totally misinterpreted that. I was like, yeah, Spooky Month, October. Yeah, it's great. I had it wrong. Whoops. See how out of touch I am.
Oh, it's fine. I think any one of us could have made that mistake.
Yes. 5 episodes. Usually comes out around Halloween. Okay. try and
Makes
remember
sense.
to look out for it next time. This does not make. So, have people here been putting something in for the UG Magma contest, the holiday contest? I've seen some really nice entries posted on
Me
Discord
too.
over the last couple of days. Very exciting stuff. There's still one day left.
Nice.
So what? Ren asking about it. Magma and UG, the tablet brand, have teamed up for a Christmas holiday competition with the theme, two possible themes that you could work with. One is festive fandom, and the other one was like a holiday memory or something like this. I can't remember the exact wording. See if I can find it here. I do have it somewhere. Contest info. Oh, holiday flashback. That's right. Yeah. So a memory from the festive times in your life, which I hope you're adding to. Yeah. So there's a cash prize. There are drawing tablets up for grabs. Plenty of street cred. And yeah. So the idea is that all the submissions are done in teams of 2, which is something I don't really see much of, where you go to these team contests. But of course, this is Magma, so it makes sense.
It works really well.
Yeah, and at least with just one other person, it's easy to manage.
Mm-hmm.
It can be really difficult, as you know, with coordinating many team members.
Yeah, I'm about to do it today with 8 people, including John, which is going to be wild. For many reasons, one of which is the chaotic nature of Jonathan. But it's going to be wonderful. It'll be fine. I'm really
That's
excited
funny.
to see what kind of piece we come up with, and I'm really excited to see all these entries for the
paint-a-thon.
competition with UG.
Oh,
With
right.
UG,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like you guys, I'm really excited to see all the finished stuff. I know that actually this might be interesting for you to see, Andy. There's like an entry with a bunch of dinosaurs.
There is. Did I miss that?
Yeah, it just came in. Just like today.
Oh, right. There we go. Oh, but that's actually one of Andy's. Andy is Raptor UK 101.
Oh, okay. Now I just connected, the
Not the mama.
Discord user with the Magma user. It's cool to know both usernames to like identify who is who, right?
Yeah, they often don't match. Great stuff, Andy and DPO. Very cool. Very recognizable. Know who's submitting that. Cool. So that runs until tomorrow. Those who don't know, tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll close entries, and we'll let everybody know on our community that the entries are in and it's time to vote. And we will be picking from, well, depending on how many entries you get, the idea is that we'd be picking from the top 20 most voted by the community entries, and then picking the winners from that top list. Yeah, we keep the language light.
Well, I hate to leave you all on your own, but I do have a team who's waiting for me to go art direct.
For sure.
They
Of
are
course.
awesome on their own, but I'm 15 different directions today, but I've loved hanging out with you. I have loved making these dinosaurs with Andy. Thank you so much. I'm gonna leave you
Great
here.
stuff.
Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Merry Christmas.
You too, Anya.
Happy New Year.
Enjoy the paintathon piece. Bye. Yeah,
I
have a great
will.
Christmas. We'll chat soon. Bye. And now y'all are stuck with me. Let's get this wild party started. No, you went. What's this little duck? Oh, I'm your favorite. That's just because you haven't met the rest of the Magma team, really. Yeah, they're way cooler. Let's get some lo-fi fantasy hop. Some fantasy hop. Let's see what that's like. Change up the music a little bit. There we go. Hope y'all are staying hydrated. We're just over an hour in. Hope you drinking water, have a little stretch if you've been here for a while. I don't want anybody ending up with back spasms and dehydration on my stream. No, Cherie. Don't want that. This all did not go the way I had planned with this motorcycle. And, too funny, be a froggo. No, everyone's pieces are super cool. I'm loving this. It's really cool. Thanks. I wanted to go for a kind of Akira style motorcycle. I think while talking, I've just like not been paying attention to my reference, and I'm not quite getting there. But it's fine. I'm having fun. With this motorcycle about to go into my head. Like a sort of self-portrait that I did a while back and adapted for the banner for this stream. Every now and then I have to do a self-portrait. It's just I think most of us are like that, right? Like kind of got to capture yourself. Some artists will even do one like annually. Capture the aging process or the descent into madness, perhaps. So Ren, I've disabled pasting actually. So if you can have it as a second window above your screen, that might work better. Haven't ever done one, Andy? Never reptilianized yourself? I think it's gotta happen at some point. Yeah, I do want to do more. It has been a long time since I actually did one. I think Cynics does one every year on his channel that he posts. And his are always cool. I always enjoy seeing the process for that. Now this visor needs to come way down, right? Way down. I think sometimes like when I've done characters like this and I've put a visor on them or something, it's like the eyes are sitting here. If you're a tiefling where the horns would start or something, it's always like the eyes are sitting so far up. It's a bit ridiculous. It's a bit ridiculous, right? Good to know your anatomy. Be a bit better because I was looking at some stickers of mine. Yes, draw anything festive. So if you want to do a tiger as Santa's little helper, well, why not? Or Krampus, go for it. I was going through some old stickers because I was selling a tablet to a friend, and I found this old one that I had done. So that's kind of what got me thinking. Where's the light? Oh, the light's behind me. No wonder it's not reflecting. Yeah, so that's kind of where I thought to go with this idea. Because I look at some of my old stickers when I was doing stylized characters and stuff, like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. It's so bad. Why did you draw it like that? So I actually want to redo a lot of old stickers that I've done. They're a lot of fun. It's how I was learning how to do digital. I was doing silly little characters. And when I would do Inktober and March of Robots, things like that, I couldn't take it too seriously because just the time pressure is a bit intense. So I just do like ridiculous things. And they actually work well as sticker ideas. Just quirky, fun, have a good time. Silly puns or word plays. It's good. It's good. Do I sell any merchandise online, like the stickers I've made? Not really. There's some old stuff around on TeePublic that I still have up there, but nothing new that really represents where I think my skill has improved a little bit, maybe a little bit. So I need to do like an overhaul of that storefront. Do some new stuff. It's something I set up in my earlier days of trying to figure out how to make money as an artist. Sell my terrible drawings as t-shirt designs. I wanted to do like a sticker subscription service of sorts through my Patreon once upon a time. But it wasn't quite going to work for where I was. And some people who were in other parts of the world, and postage was a complex thing. Coming from South Africa, costly. Why is this not? Oh, there we go. But I did one that was to raise awareness and funds for penguin rehabilitation, because my hometown, where I'm currently visiting, there is an African penguin rehabilitation center. Or let's say marine birds. They're rescued and rehabilitated marine birds. But the African penguin is one of them. It's endangered. And so I made a pack that was the Penguin Awareness Pack. Aware is a sort of South African greeting, like a slang greeting. And yeah, so I thought, okay, I'll make these sticker packs, and then like a little bit of the proceeds from that and go towards SANCOB. That's the organization that does the rehabilitation, because they have an Adopt a Penguin program. And so with the money raised from selling stickers and a couple of prints, I would adopt a penguin. Obviously, it doesn't come home with me. It's just a piece of paper saying, "Oh, you've contributed this much." But it was a cool little thing. Got one named Oswald for a time, and then you can kind of adopt a penguin, or you can adopt a penguin egg. It's like a lower tier contribution. So it was fun stuff. And I do want to do more artwork specifically for that same kind of purpose. Because yeah, it's something close to home, I care about, and something I can put my ass and my art to use for. Sometimes when you do these pictures and like do these illustrations, these pictures, pretty pictures, like why am I actually doing this? Like, what is the goal? What is the purpose? What is my why? You have to ask these questions from time to time. And like, I don't necessarily want my art to just go into a gallery, like on the wall there. I wanted to do something more than that. So that's kind of what led me in the direction of these sort of like fundraising aspect type of artworks. It's still kind of an idea in progress. I'm still figuring out how to make that work. How to merge? No. You love creepy stuff, but you're not that good at drawing it? Oh, well, I mean, when you're not good at drawing something, you learn how to draw the thing. It just takes time. I'm sure Andy wasn't always good at drawing dinosaurs, and I come from putting in effort. I wasn't always good at drawing penguins, but I just like, well, I want to draw this. I want to know how to draw this thing properly. And then you figure it out on the fly. Six months, and that's really not a long time. And you'll hear a lot of artists talk about that, actually, this leaning into the difficult things and really trying to chase and improve those areas where they're not good at it. So yeah, if you like doing creepy stuff, that's awesome. Like look at other artists who do creepy, weird types of things. Look at Geiger and the alien art, for example. Just awesome stuff. But it took time to learn how to make something look that way. It wasn't like it was just naturally gifted. Woke up one morning, here's the alien series, here's a xenomorph. But that's the beauty of art. It's like your tool for discovering how all these things work, right? How to capture certain moments or represent certain types of things. TBT. That's right. Well, I had to start somewhere. Buff dudes and with no necks and tiny heads. They are tiny. Or they're just compressed, hidden in there. Hidden behind the muscles. Right. Do I know Newgrounds? I don't. What is Newgrounds? Tell me. Don't. Told you, I'm out of touch, man. I'm out of touch. Do these gray hairs make me look like someone that's in touch with what's happening now? What's cool now? I don't think so. Let's have a look. I'll type it in here. Newgrounds. Newgrounds.com, a community of artists, game developers, musicians, voice actors, and writers producing some of the best stuff on the web. Oh, interesting. Well, I hope there's not that. People make games for anything. What else can I add in here? Probably the glasses need a bit of color. It's got to be some suggestion of an environment that he's in, I guess. Now, what is this band meant to be in? This headband. Maybe it should be strangely a fluffy part on top of the visor. A bit smaller. A little bit of a what do you call this thing? Almost like a goatee thing. Silver goatee. Oh, I have to do the presents and stuff in here as well. Forgot about that. Where we at for time? Half an hour left of the stream. And that's the last stream for 2023 from Magma side, from the official Magma side. And then in the new year we'll have Alejandro and Anya and myself back, and Jonathan doing Classroom and Clubhouse streams. Always a jam. I've got to get a break too. Keen to work on some of my own painting. It's been a lot of work-related stuff. But I have tablets to review and paintings to make with them. So, yeah. Moving. It has to be like... No, maybe it doesn't need to be actually. FK. I have to erase some of this edge here. Ah. No. Oh, it's because I'm using the eraser. Aha, that explains it. As well in some parts. So you're gonna have gloves on, maybe. And be able to just maybe do some courses, some online courses during the holiday. I wasn't quite sure. Like the team's like, hey, everyone take a good break, worked hard, break is deserved. What am I gonna do actually during that time? All right, I could do that thing that I studied to do, paint. Could be painting. Not just testing things. And catch up on some neglected learning. I need to take a page out of John's book and wake up earlier, but I've been saying that for a long time and I haven't done it yet. Discipline. Wow, that's that Christmas break ends really soon after New Year's. I suppose different part of the world. Like for us in South Africa, this is like a really long holiday break. And it's the time where there's a reason January became a thing as a time of year and a phrase to define it. January. Yeah. Cool. Glad to see the third canvas is getting some work as well. I have thought about making our canvases a little bigger for the clubhouse, but yeah, then it gets a bit difficult, the size of the canvas, and some people get a bit of lag, so it's not always the best option. So we have multiple canvases to deal with that instead. Yeah, it gets really slow when there's a lot of people on a big canvas, high resolution canvas. Performance can drop. Not everyone is working on a fancy gaming PC or with a strong connection or anything like that. Cool, TBT. Cheers. Thanks for joining. Thanks for drawing with us. Adding your buff dude. He's in his Christmas hat. Oh, weird. You have a plushie of the guy you're drawing? Do you have a lot of plushies? I have a Pyro plushie, but it's in storage currently while I'm traveling. Pyro, the Magma mascot, by the way. Just in case you guys didn't know about him. Why are you abusing your plushies, Shane? I did not see you. Ah, nice. Give a gift. This is pretty well done specs, I must say. I must say. Getting 2 new plushies for Christmas? That's cool. That's cool. Drink the water, drink the water. Drink the water, draw faster, must draw faster, must draw faster. Feliz Navidad. Okay. Spooky month. Cool. Yeah, voice acting seems like such a cool job. It's great to see at the Game Awards, some voice actors getting some love. The awesome contributions they make to games. This is possible. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 won. No surprise there. Such a good game. I'm having a nice long break from it. Currently, I haven't been playing at all. I want it all to be fresh again. I need to do some updates and additions. And I'll come back to it. with a sort of fresh perspective. I was just about to ask you about Rogue Trader. I saw it pop up as a on my sort of Google News list. There was something about it. I don't know if it was a trailer or if it was a gameplay thing or what. I didn't watch it. I just saw it appear. I was like, oh yeah, Andy was telling me about this. Let's go have a look. Loving the universe of Warhammer. I know nothing about Warhammer, to be honest. I know a lot of folks are really into it, and it's yeah, big popular franchise. I unfortunately just don't know anything about it and haven't looked into it. And obviously a lot of people painting Warhammer minis. That's what I wanted to do while I was here. I completely forgot about this. I have minis in storage that I wanted to paint. And already my time is almost up here, so I guess I won't be doing that. My first D&D characters. I had minis of them printed. Using Hero Forge. I think most of them were... No, one was done on Hero Forge. And the other one was a custom model that the design was available for purchase. The 3D model. By a sort of independent sculptor. Oh yeah, there's my Loxodon. Lots of gunplay. Dark. Tried digital painting Warhammer, yeah. A lot of the paintings I've seen for Warhammer related stuff, they always seem so epic. Like there's just lots going on. Hey, Clockwork on YouTube, yep. Nice. Yeah, we still got time. Well, we got 10 minutes left of the stream. If you wanted to join in and add something, you could. Of course, once the stream ends, you guys are welcome to keep drawing. Don't feel like you have to stop just because the stream is done. Keep adding to it. If you're having fun with this theme and what you're drawing, keep going. But it is getting late for me. I will have to bid you a fond farewell. I don't know who this character's meant to be next to my motorbiker, but I keep thinking it's like a Bart Simpson-y kind of character. But I suppose Bart Simpson doesn't have a chef's hat. Looks like he wanted to steal the box from here. So oh, those are probably gloves. Like chef's gloves. So he looks like a chef. But still giving me a yellow body and a yellow face. Added most of the details to John's piece. It's looking awesome. There's so much texture in there. Clockwork asking, how do I join? Check the stream description. There will be a link to the Magma Artspace. And then once you follow that link, you can follow the next link, which will bring you to the canvas. If you're already in the Magma Artspace, you can just follow the canvas link. Red shirt, blue shorts. Just a little reminder about the UG Magma drawing contest, Festive Fandom, or Festive Flashback. Those are the themes. You have until midnight tomorrow Central Standard Time to submit those if you'd like to. And I'll ping everybody and say, hey, all the artworks are in. Come vote. Come vote. Allergies suck. They really suck when you have them. I really feel bad for people who have allergies, like food allergies. Oh man. To me, that seems like the worst. Yeah, Andy, good point. I noticed just with some of the emojis that have been used, like we kind of want to keep it all to one specific emoji. So we'll ping everyone in the server to let them know, hey, you can go and vote now. Make sure you use this particular emoji, so those are the ones we'll count. But yeah, that is a good point about those that have been around longer, potentially having more votes. It was something that we had to try and problem solve. Hi, Luke. Oh no, you own a cat and you're allergic to them? That's terrible. I love cats. I hate to be allergic to cats. It took me 36 years to realize that I get hay fever, like allergies from the changing of seasons. I didn't know this in South Africa, but once I moved to Europe, well, not Europe, almost Europe, to Georgia, there I discovered that my nose does not like the change of the season very much. All the pollen in the air. Why is my nose freaking out all the time? would have thought? Your nose hates everything. Yeah, our bodies can do annoying things, hey? But if you can have a sense of humor about it and turn it into a comic, you'll be well on your way. Yeah, you can take medicine so you won't have to deal with the effects of animal allergies. Interesting. Well, that's good. That's good. That's there for folks. Oh, terrible. You're working on a comic right now? Cool. Is it based loosely on yourself and your experiences, as it often is with comic writing? Oh, you haven't. Oh, you're going. It's going good. It's going good, but I haven't started yet. Yeah, I've had similar lines with myself. These things take time. It's percolating, and that's work. You know, it's percolating in your brain. In art school, we had a sign up outside of our studios describing the art of loafing and emphasizing the importance of nothing, doing nothing in the creative process. Integral part, being able to just sit there and look. I think some people interpreted that as an excuse to do nothing all the time. Ah, cool. Okay. A bit of crossover with your friends. That sounds like it could be really fun. So you have these different personalities interacting. Cool. Welcome in, Andy. We're 2 minutes out. I don't know why I was so weirded out about trying to do a mouth in there and just dealing with the face details. I had to do a couple of stylized little portraits recently. I think I really struggled with the mouth area. And so maybe it's just kind of got to me. Yep. Yeah. Go for it, Luke. Go for it. So neaten up some of these edges. Whoops. What's going on? Cool, Ren. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Trolluminati, I disable the paste generally. Just to prevent any trolls from pasting stuff that we don't that we don't want on the campus while we're live and stuff. You know, don't want any of that. You know what I mean? It's the internet, man. Gotta be prepared. Protect yourself. Watch your neck. Which direction is this good actually? Like this. This hand is doing what I was trying to do here. Clearly need to go back to school. Oops. Get this a bit darker. Because I've also only given him like 4 fingers. Yeah, let's have a little look here. Seeing as we're about to wrap up, let's see what amazing stuff is going on the other canvases. Oh, what fun stuff has been happening over here? Beer Froggo is working on that. Very cool. Very cool. And is that Widowmaker? It is indeed. Very nice. Oh, that's very cute as well. Nice one, Ash. I love the lights. The lights on the head. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, this is looking very cool, Tiny Kun. Very cool expression. Little wink. And on number 3, what do we got? What a Christmas tree. Hectic. Very nice. Very festive. It's like it could be with all those little lights, like there's so many little lights and things shining out there. Well, I'm assuming they're lights, maybe they're not. But like, you know, those big trees that some cities put up around Christmas time. It's ridiculously big things. Makes me think of that. Would you add to the tree next? A cat trying to get one of the ornaments off of it. You can start adding some gifts around the tree, perhaps. Could work. Oh, tinsel! I used to love that stuff as a kid. Now, not so much. Rightio! This was a lot of fun, guys. Yeah, I did not have a particularly detailed thing going on here. Well, that's all right. It was still fun. was still fun. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas if you are celebrating, and have a good time with your families, and a good school break, even if it is brief for some of you. And we will be back next year, early next year, with more Clubhouse sessions. Seems we now have multiple streamers on board. Alejandro and Anya and Jonathan, who you all would have met earlier. So there'll be more live streams coming from Magma, hopefully at better time slots for some of you. And yeah, that is all. Wishing you all the best. Stay safe, stay merry, and I'll see you all in the new year. Although I'll be on Discord as well, so keep sharing your art. I look forward to seeing stuff there. Ciao for now, everybody. That is all.